open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Throwing, Mensah. Fires toward the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Miami! What a grab and what a quick strike for that offense.
And when I'm an offensive coordinator and I see a short field, I'm thinking attack, attack, attack. Go get that touchdown. Take advantage of what the defense gave you. Great job by the offensive coordinator.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Texas A&M going quickly.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Throwing, Reed. Fires to the big fella. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. There's a crease. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a 1st down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's in, pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they tacked on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished that thing off in style with a 49-yard touchdown run. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Offense changing the play. Direct snap. Thrust that arm out. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat, still short of the 1st down marker. And the Hurricanes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. defender. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
What a run by their tailback, and simply one of the best in the entire country. And his ability to make people miss is the reason why, guys. That's one thing that's just not coachable. You have it or you don't. That was something they identified in him when they were recruiting him to come play in this offense, and now it's come to fruition. Defenses have such a hard time bringing him down. This defense is going to have to do a better job gang tackling as this game goes on.
Here's Mensah to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the disjointed start just looks sloppy when you get a false start. It's second and long. He wants to change this route. Mensah. A strike downfield. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Canes!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room, probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a big play, 68 yards on the touchdown pass. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Caught in the backfield, it's Horton. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Here's Reed to throw. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Turns it loose deep. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
That's caught. It's Horton. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Reed to the air again. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Reed lets it fly. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my...
Maybe a crease. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Texas A&M going up tempo. And some room to work. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Not much to gain on a punt, so here they come on 4th and short from the 50. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. No problem for the offense there. They just took care of business.
And you practice these situations nowadays, you know you're going to go for it 4th most of the time. 4th and 1, you feel very confident. You're ready to rock and roll when they get the first down.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Running inside, it's Owens. Got enough for the first. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. And the Aggies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Just going to keep it after the snap. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. 3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. He's in open space down, finding some room. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
Worked on the touchdown. Might as well do the same thing on the two-point conversion. He gets all 8 points on that trip. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And it was finished off by a terrific 26-yard touchdown run. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Motion from the back. Snap to the back. Caught, and he's got room. Pass to 50. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Hurricanes. They take the lead with the 6.
That's just such a great way to answer. Your defense just gives up a touchdown, no problem. Offense come out, see what the defense is in. The passing game makes the big play down the field and the immediate answer to get the momentum back in this football game.
Going for 2 here to try to make the lead 7. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here's Darian Mensa to throw. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Running into the open space. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. The Aggies in the hurry up.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Jumped on top of the pile. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on 4th down. Oh, he's got a chip. Got a little grass. Inside, and he scores! Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Well, on that 4th down play, you're just trying to move the chains, right? You're just trying to get enough to get the 1st down. Instead, that running play turns into a home run. There was a missed tackle. He got into the open space. He takes it all the way.
Up by 1, they'll try to get the deuce and make it a field goal edge. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He gets it into the end zone for the 2, and now they lead by a field goal. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. Just ran him over. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Gets the back moving. Quarterback making adjustments. Throwing, Mensah. Unloads it downfield. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. And he's brought down, but this interception, a huge play to end this quarter. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. Now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. To the air, it's Reed. Unleashes one. Complete to the left. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a 1st down.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the 4th quarter. 1st down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
Makes the catch. It's Horton. And the Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. Going to the run, it's Owens. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Aggie.
And that That is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. Turning it on. Makes it past the marker. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down.
The defense just got out-muscled at the point of attack there. And the back showed good vision, made a cut into the hole, first down.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Finding maybe some room here. Smashes ahead. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Showing off the arms. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. They are really clicking along, 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Quarterback adjusting the pattern.
Here's what I think. Offense is about finesse. It's about, shifts and motions. When you get to be in the goal line area and the field starts to shrink, you better be able to punch somebody in the mouth and get positive yards. Not trickeration, not flip it to a guy with speed out wide, not do something different. You better be physical at the point of attack, move guys out of the way, and run the football.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And they hope that false start penalty doesn't come back to haunt them. 2nd and goal again. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on 3rd and goal. Here's Mensa to throw. He wants it all. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. Using his feet. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a 1st down.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
The run inside. It's Owens. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. So Miami signals for a timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. It's 3rd and 5. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Canes will go ahead and call that 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. He'll take it himself. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
That's a gutsy call, man. I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Mensah. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your core.
Throws toward the end zone. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Might as well finish with a little flair. The defense comes up with a turnover, and they can take a knee if they choose from here on out.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. A designed run for the quarterback. And he'll be smacked to the ground. Timeout called by the defense. 13 seconds to go. 3rd and 6 yards to go. On the move. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. This is a designed run. Might have a chance. The 30. They're able to make the stop, but this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get the W.